first quest. The next ship to sail. Do you have time to talk? Well, yeah. I mean, I guess, you know. Aha, cutscene time. Ooh, the music is different. Seriously, the very first quest and there's no, like, dialogue. Okay. The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of the ominous towers in a multitude of locations throughout the world. We have since learned that said structure were brought into being by an organization known as the Telophoroi. Maybe I butchered it, I don't know. The Telophoroi stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past, an apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Oh, that music. Oh, sorry. The music is... Already have these towers of theirs been the cause of untold suffering. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their faith perverted by powerful summons. Unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Those shielded with the blessing of light seem able to resist being tempered at least. But after what happened to Arnevold and Fordolar, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. True. Yet while these threats close to home are of paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the Telophoroi are under the leadership of Fandaniel and one other delightful fellow, Xenos Galvus, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. To date, he's reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varus, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably even the worst of it. For a good while it saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession, but that has since changed and in troubling ways. During our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons or the cries of discord. It was an eerie fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. The inhabitants appeared to have been tempered, and with a nary of word spoken did they laboured to transform the palace into a soaring edifice born of nightmare. If they were indeed made thralls, it seems safe to assume that these events too were orchestrated by the Telophoroi. The army of Prime was awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly, before our allies are overwhelmed. We will find a way in Charlian of it. Master Fortunal's butcher the name. Comments regarding the final days were curious to say the least. The forum knows more than it is letting on. Tataru. We just received word from Mistress Kryl. She said that the arrangements for your visit have been finalized. The music! Let's go! Dun, 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 dun. You ought to head to Limsa and board the ship bound for Charlian. And on arrival, present yourselves, associates and come to assist with the order of restoration. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry, I like the music. The arrangements may be settled, but what are your thoughts? They must race at the prospect of turning home after so long. I'm eager to see it, of course. Of course. We should set off at once. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. No, Tataru, don't cry. No, no cry. Gingerbread coffee. Cheers. Ooh, Liking the quest thing. And I'm still in the queue for MSQ. Of course. Right. Speak with Tato in... Oh, we're going to Limsa. Oh gosh. Oh no. Limsa.
Oh, hell no!
I swear, if I go to Limsa, I'm gonna be booted. I'm gonna get booted immediately. Okay, we gotta do it. Oh my gosh. Look how many people! I can't even get... What's the button again? Is it 2? No? 5? No?
Are you stupid or something?
What's the button like? Oh, I can't remember the shortcut. Oh my gosh. There she is. And the fee is non-refundable. The ship for Charlian should be pulling into port, so please follow me. And da 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 da. Cool. There she is.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule, or so I'm told.
Or so you're told.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
Oh yes.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh dear.
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Yes.
Will this be your first visit to Charlian, Sir Estinian?
Not coming, is he?
Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
Oh.
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company.
Yeah.
Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Oh, that's funny.
Better.
Better. Yes, better. No, Tataro, don't
You,
cry.
Tataru, you seem positively distraught.
If you get upset, I'm gonna get upset.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
Oh, she's sad.
It's just... we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world.
Well, okay, yeah, there is that. There.
And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
There you go. Yeah, you do keep leaving her behind. I'll bring them back safe and sound, I promise, or no sense worrying about the things we're powerless to change. Ooh. I'm tempted for the second one because there's a lot of truth in that, you know? things that you can't change your palace about, which it's something I try to bonk into my mind day by day. What you can change, you change. What you can't change, don't worry about. But I'm gonna say, I'll bring them back safe and sound. I promise, darling, I'll bring them back safe and sound.
I'll hold you to that.
Oh yeah.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Hori! Coulternay! What brings you all this way?
I don't actually remember them. I'm sorry.
What?
There's so many faces and
We're to
names.
assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye, we, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
Too right, mate. Too right.
We're set to sail. All aboard for Charlian.
What, geezer? Everybody, get your buttholes onto the ship. Buttholes? I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value.
Oh, I skipped that. Sorry. Trigger finger. Ah, trigger finger.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
Da Tatu. La la.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown.
Oh, is it Emmett? That was
a
Emmett.
fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined.
It
a
is.
future undefined and in flux.
Oh, Emmett.
In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end.
What are you trying to get at, boy?
Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
Ooh. Emmett with the wise words. Oh. Oh, hello. Where are we going?
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Here we go. We're going. Oh, we're going just. Oh, really? Is that? It's just there. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, this song again.
Here.
Think. Feel. Oh, okay, there you go. Feel.
Think.
Mommy.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
It's seriously, those are we're the Scions. We don't even get beds. Like, the hell.
Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
Why doesn't Grawhide join us? I'll never understand how doors open on their own like that. I just don't. Like, I don't know. Is it so hard to just have interaction of you, like, pushing the hand onto the door? I know my clothing on Samurai is basic, but I really like it. Like, I just like the look of it. Ooh! Hello. Is it Heidelin? Heidelin! Where you going?
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
Ooh.
Hear, feel, think.
Mmm.
And thus do we meet face to face at last.
What?
My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
Well, this is Heidelin for the first time. What? Got pretty eyes. Why now? I can trust your words no longer. Oh, that's harsh. I'm just gonna say, why now? Why now?
After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer.
What?
You have gained an understanding of what I truly am. What Heidelin has always been. A primal.
Oh yeah, Heidelin is also primal, like Zodiac.
Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world. And I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield.
Ooh.
Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine.
Oh. Okay.
Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms. Monumental. Which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it.
Okay.
When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
How much was that?
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Charlian's just over yonder.
Yeah, she's gonna disappear. Oh, no? Okay.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
I noticed she got the mask that was on the chest there. Oh no. Oh no. Are you kidding me? I'm in a cutscene. No. No. Oh, come on. Oh, crap. I'm gonna have to withdraw.
What a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
And a good morning to you too. Taking a look at the island already?
Damn it.
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Kind of ruined the moment a bit, didn't it? Damn it.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen.
Oh, the music.
There she is. Good old Charlian.
Oh, I see it.
You hear it. Here comes that music. Also, that is Charlian.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Damn right.
Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian saith. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side.
That's right, boy. You hear that coming in?
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Charlian proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Yes, we will. I mean, we got to. That's where the story's taking us, so. I mean, where else? Where else? Oh, and then it shows the moon. Oh, there it is. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Endwalker. Oh, oh, mate.
Charlian, the solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all.
So is Emma going to be the narrator now? That's really cool.
Once,
I think
they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands.
I guess because we all like him so much, they had to bring him back.
Swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil.
Oh.
So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
The Northern Empty, Old Charlian.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
Hopefully
Passports,
they find
please.
no cause to deny us.
I want to do it in the auto action.
Hasn't Charlian all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
You know.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Charlian only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders, especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
Maybe. Yeah, may. See, Me and Estinian on that same wavelength.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed.
Yes.
The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions.
Of course.
Crown has
Undercover.
laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration. Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall. Shall we?
Shall we? Yes. Alright, follow me, single form. 1, 2, 3.
Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
And fast. Chop, chop. Come on. Oh.
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Oh.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today. And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Oh.
Ishtola rule.
Interesting, they didn't have Thancred and Urianje say their names.
See how it glows. That list is etherically linked with a citizen registry kept in the main repository.
Oh.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home.
Welcome.
Now, who do we have here?
Oh no. Oh, those two. I'm about to be like, I've been found out. Hands up.
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alize Leveilleur.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
Oh gosh.
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
Wow. No pity
We
whatsoever.
shall keep that in mind.
Yeah.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Name and occupation?
Up and down. Okay, I could be adventurer by trade, artisan, or champion of Eorzea. I don't care. I'm gonna say champion. Champion of Eorzea.
And it is a title well earned, I can assure you.
Yes.
An adventurer by trade is what your documentation indicates. No mention of this particular title.
Yes, ma'am.
Self-appointed, I take it. Either way, your employer seems willing to vouch
the glasses
for your
on.
character, so I shall, albeit
I know.
reluctantly, grant you
Ladies,
entry.
sorry.
Champion. And you, sir?
Estinian Valeno, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Yeah, look on his face. What's he gonna say? Is that
If you'll
Cryle?
allow me.
Hey, it's Cryle. Moment I recognised.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Yeah, exactly. How dare you?
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
Oh goodness me! Can you just like give it a rest?
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
Cryle, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you will seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we?
Shh, let's be on our way.
Oh! Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
Oh, thank you all.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
I knew it.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Are we finally going to be able to walk around? Here we are. Oh, hello. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Everything's loading in. Where's... Oh my gosh. Cryle? Where's Cryle? Where's Cryle? There she is. Gosh. I'm glad I spotted your ship coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your legs back. Nice. More cutscenes. Don't get rest, do we? I had thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Rinkashima and Estinian's first time in Sharlayan, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places to visit and people you are dying to see, therefore I propose we put on an agenda so that you may have sufficient time to recover and your journey to head... Oh. Yeah, for this bit I need to... Once you're settled in, we can reconvene at Golden Annex. How does that sound? 'Tis a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Levialer estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighbourhood all the same. Ah, what music. I am equally unearthed, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home. Still, shall not I would not pass the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Efrat Plaza, was it? I shall join you anon. Yes, we'll see you all there. Okay, bye! See you all later. Rianji, what are you doing? I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith. Why thy leave? What of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. Of course not. That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. I can appreciate that. But I could... Oh. You'd like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Of course. If you would have me. Come, Minkashimi. Charlian awaits. Interesting choice of music there. By the way, in case any of you were wondering, why have I got a female bunny as my character? Well, I go by a certain rule. If I can make a character look like me, I'll do so. If I can't, I'll pick whatever I want to. And the choice of character customization is somewhat limited to an extent. And obviously, no beards couldn't really happen. So, after you, my friend. I am more than content to follow your lead. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with the quest objectives. You can leave Grahatir behind by entering a different area, using the Ephraite, or by putting too much distance between you. You can also speak with Graha and select an option to part ways. If you wish to have Grahatir accompany you again, return and speak with him at the original location. Oh. All set, then let's be on our way. Our first stop, amusingly enough, will be the last stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbour. While is now accompanying you, lead your two companions to the last stand and speak with Quire at the designated location. While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way which offer additional topics of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate the bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. Ah. Are they coming? Oh, they are. There they are. Hey! Do some attuning. Frame rate has dropped a bit, but nice place though. Discuss the giant statue in the harbour. I'm grateful to have Kryle's help in reacquainting myself with this place. It's almost as if I'm seeing it all with my new eyes, as you are. Was that it? Whoops. Come on, let's head to the cafe. It may not seem so at a glance, but the last stand is actually a very important part of the city. Oh, is that it? Okay. Interesting, and here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although my research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Charlian tends to regard seasoning and flavour with a certain difference. How can I put this? The food is, it's bland. As encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf, the prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first and taste a distant second. Ugh. There was one pupil at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer, so he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. And so the Last Stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Charlian, the one and only bastion of the culinary arts in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall our burger being hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Because you were typical Charlian when it came to cheap and convenient, haha, but surely Tartaru has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe will take us on the right plaza. Oops. Wrong button. It's so pretty. You just I mean, looky. It's so pretty. I mean the place, of course, not me.
Stop it.
I would say this is a nice view, but unfortunately, the sky is not pleasant right now. On my, what a shame on my first visit. What is it now? It's fog. Lovely. So many people behind me. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. People. Anyway. We press on.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
What, mate?
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
Still.
Let's get down to business then, shall we? Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroi's plans from coming to fruition. At present,
That's
I
right.
see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Charlian, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum.
Yeah.
As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Charlian focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, it simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
Chicken sandwiches.
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it.
You heard that? We're gonna do this.
As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian.
Oh yeah?
Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Charlian colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown.
Isn't some of that some of the various artwork I just realised? These four here? I recognise them.
The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nadana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair. Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal. In response to this threat, the Satrap of Rards at Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice.
Oh.
But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnairian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're gonna do
You
it.
are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned.
Okay, so we'll do both, but
As
in
for
whatever
myself,
order.
I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Alice and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Of course, the more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavnair. Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavnair on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
Okay.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Let's hope so. I mean, obviously it's going to happen, because otherwise it'd be the end. Cut it there and then. Aha, another piece.